Hello. Welcome, students. It is so nice to be in the same room with you again and see you beyond my screen, my computer screen. I want to thank you for all your hard work, for your support this year. Thank you, family, friends, supporters, for coming. And now I would like you to open your program. And students, you have programs in the first, on the front page, you'll see the words to the national anthem. And I hope you join me in rising, standing up, and singing the national anthem together. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly beaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good afternoon. Oh, come on, let's try it again. This is a celebration. Good afternoon. That's what we want to hear. Thank you so much for being here today. It's so exciting. My name is Karen Schaub. I'm the director of the Community Education Department, part of Roseville Area Schools. It is so good that we've been able to gather today to celebrate. We're not on screens. I have missed seeing all of you students in our building this past year, but I know that you've been working really, really hard as you have made it to this day. And to the family and friends that are here, and to those of you who are watching us on TV, greetings, and we are so happy that you could be here with us today. We welcome our school board, our superintendent, Dr. Sicoli, who will be greeting us in a little while from now. Graduates, you've had a hard time. You've worked really hard, you had courage, you've had compassion, and you probably know more about technology now than you did before COVID started. And thank you for working hard. Thank you for reaching out to your teachers, asking for help when you needed help. This is such an important day, and it's an important day that we're all coming together and being together as we celebrate. One of the things that I have found, and I think this might be my 31st ABE graduation in my career, and each one of them has something special. There are special students and there are special memories that are going on, and we're grateful that you could all be here today. When I was thinking about where we've been and thinking about graduation, I was reading from our First Lady, Michelle Obama, and I came across one of her quotes, and I really liked it. You may not always have a comfortable life, and you will not always be able to solve all the world's problems at once. But don't ever underestimate the importance you can have, because history has shown us that courage can be contagious and that hope can take on a life of its own. And I hope through this past year you have seen how that may play out and work in your life, and we are so happy that you're here today. Congratulations on getting this far, and let's continue the celebration.
Welcome, everyone. This is my first ABE graduation, so Karen, you have me by quite a few. So I'm pretty nervous right now, but as always, an amazing member of our team came up to me and said, you know, if you just keep your heart out in front of you, it'll all work out in the end. So thank you all for being here today. Thank you, family and friends, and those of you watching at home for joining us today for, it is our 40th by our count, because that's how many flyers, programs we have going back in time that we found for the Roseville Adult Learning Center 2020-2021 graduation. Good afternoon to our school board members, Superintendent Sicoli, teachers and team members of the Adult Learning Center, Director of Community Education Karen Schaub, honored guests here and at home, and most importantly, our distinguished graduates. I say most importantly because without you, we would not have a reason to gather here today. Your hard work, your perseverance, and your commitment to lifelong learning are why we are here today and is a reason for celebration. Every one of you has a different story, a different path that you have taken to get to this point, and we are here today to honor that journey. Melody Beatty said, "Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow." I would like to begin by saying I am grateful for the team at the Roseville Adult Learning Center. From our teachers to our admin team, they are a brilliant group of educators. Learning, not teaching, learning is about love. It is that love for our students that has made this program one of the best in the state of Minnesota. It is that love for our students that drove you to work tirelessly to adapt to distance learning. That love extends beyond our classroom to our admin team. I'm extremely proud and grateful to be a part of such a wonderful team. If you are a member of the Roseville Adult Learning Center team, please stand up now and be recognized, if you would, please. Thank you for your service and to our school community. I would like to say thank you to the school board, Dr. Sicoli, the members of the district leadership team, and Karen Schaub for not only the stability and peace they have provided during these unknown times, but also their recognition of adult basic education. Each of you, beyond your attendance here tonight, have shown up in some capacity for the Adult Learning Center. Dr. Sicoli and several members of our school board attended our culture fair last year. Dr. Lake has visited multiple times, not only with our adult diploma students, but also our apprentice and manufacturing students. And Director of Community Education, Karen Schaub, has worked tirelessly to help the Adult Learning Center as we transition from Fairview to our new building. We thank you for all of your leadership during these challenging times. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Finally, I am grateful for these graduates and the opportunities that your future holds for our community. This group of graduates has persevered through 14 months of Zooms and uncertainty. They have experienced loss in a variety of ways and remain steadfast in achieving their goals. I have always been impressed by the feeling of ownership our students feel about our program. When I interviewed for this position, I had the opportunity to sit down with the Student Senate. I didn't know how the job was going to work out, but I knew that one day was going to be very, very special to me. One of the takeaways given to me by the students was that they felt a great responsibility to continue to tell the story of this program, and that they wanted to be there for future students as past students had been there for them. This mindset is a reason why being a part of the community at the Adult Learning Center is so fulfilling. The graduates sitting here represent community. They represent lifelong learning, and they represent service to others. You are ambassadors for our program who carry our story with you, and for that I am grateful. Let's give them a round of applause. I would like now to introduce someone who plays an integral role in supporting our students and staff at the Roseville Adult Learning Center. Betsy Gadatis Garcia has served for 12 years of her life in the adult basic education world, 9 of which at our wonderful building at Fairview. I am grateful every day to work with such a knowledgeable, passionate, and selfless leader. Please welcome Betsy Gadatis Garcia.
Thank you very much for that introduction, Tad. Wow, we are together. I just want to take a moment to really let that sink in, because I also know that the teachers have missed the students and the students have missed the teachers. So here we are together. And this evening we come together to honor graduates from a number of different graduating programs. Our EL diploma program from 2020 and 2021, our US-born ABE grads from 2020, 2021, our KOM Human Services cohort from 2020, and our Apprentice and Manufacturing Ready cohorts from 2020 and 2021. Again, thank you to family and friends and teachers, district leadership, and those watching from home. Thank you for joining us to celebrate the hard work, determination, and personal dedication of our graduates. To our graduates, we can't do justice to what you have balanced while working toward this goal. So how could we help people understand the challenges that you faced while working toward your diploma? So since we don't have a student speaker, I want to hear your voices, and you can either say me, or I did, or whatever you'd like. But I'd like to know how many of our grads have a family that you helped take care of during this time, whether it was small children, elders, or other family members. How many of you did that? Okay, a little louder. How many of you or your spouses had babies while enrolled in our diploma program? How many of you were also responsible for your children's learning over the last 15 months? And speaking of that, how many of you are passionate about your children's learning? Yeah, let's be a little louder with that one. And also, how many of you had a job, or more than one, to balance along with family life and school? Yep. You all, students and teachers, shifted from entirely in-person learning to fully online classes very successfully. The other day, Lee Tao shared that she cried and cried from frustration and worry during that shift from in-person to remote learning, both because of the weight of responsibility for her children's education and her own learning. But she did it, and you all did it. During this time of remote learning, we all missed each other, but we shared a different kind of closeness. Teachers and classmates had new insight into each other's lives. You virtually met each other's families, babies and children, as you studied wherever you could find a quiet spot. Excuse me. The Academic 3 class met Francisco's newborn baby when he joined class from the delivery room a few hours after his son was born. It speaks both to his and our other students' dedication and to our teachers' insistence that you all stick to your studies. Often you would turn your microphones off when family members, especially children, interrupted. There were many knocks on the door asking when you would be done with class and available to cook or help. Teachers and classmates had many glimpses of children's heads peeking onto camera to see what you were so focused on. We saw children sitting on laps and sometimes crawling all over their parents. Ege So's child joined her during the presentation of her portfolio for the Apprentice and Manufacturing Ready class. She was seated while presenting, and her child quietly laid down behind her and placed a bare foot on each one of her shoulders. So for the remainder of her presentation, Ege had a foot next to each ear, but she finished without flinching or skipping a beat. This and other interruptions were likely frustrating, loud, and distracting at times, but they also so clearly encapsulated the essence of your lives getting through school during this time. Today, your families also share in this honor, and we thank them too for supporting you and waiting while you studied. For my final words to you graduates, may you have great agency to shape your future as you hope to. May you have success, good health, fortitude, and that you always find yourselves surrounded by loving family and community. Don't forget that our doors are always open should you need us down the road. Now, please help me to welcome our departing superintendent, Dr. Aldo Sicoli. Dr. Sicoli, thank you for your years of dedication and service to the students and families of the Roseville Schools and the Roseville Adult Learning Center. And thank you for supporting our projects and innovations.
Thank you, Betsy. And as has been said, this is indeed a very special occasion, a special day because of you, graduates. And as has been said, it's really great to be in person with each other. So I'm really thrilled about that. At this time, I'd like to introduce our school board members, ask them to stand, and maybe we can hold our applause till all the names have been read. But sometimes a lot of people don't know how much effort school board members put in to doing a very important job. We have an amazing school board. They're extraordinary, and they put in a lot of time and effort, and they care deeply about our students of all ages. So I just want to make sure people know that as I announce them. So please rise when I say your name. Todd Anderson, Mike Boguszewski, Dr. Rose Chu, Kitty Goggins, Curtis Johnson, and Dr. Frank Shaw. Please join me in thanking them. There's another person I'm going to ask to stand, and so I'm honored to be accompanied at the ceremony by Assistant Superintendent Dr. Jenny Lake. And as Betsy said, I will be retiring as superintendent. So July 1st, Dr. Jenny Lake will be the next superintendent of Roseville Area Schools. Thanks for being here, Dr. Lake. Of course, I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the leadership of Tad Hagan and the entire adult learning staff. You know better than I do that they do a remarkable job and they make a difference each and every day, and so my heartfelt thanks to them. Congratulations, graduates. I'm really glad that Betsy asked the question she did, because it really drives home the reasons why I, like so many others, admire you so much. You have many responsibilities, many very important life responsibilities, and somehow you find the time and the energy and the persistence to move your education, your formal education forward, to really open more doors for yourself and for your family and your family's future. And if that isn't inspirational and admirable, then I don't know what is. So congratulations, that is really something to behold. And so this degree you get today cannot be taken from you. It'll serve you well for the rest of your life. And all the wonderful avenues you go from here, I know you're going to accomplish other things. And whatever you do, continuing to be this highly motivated, lifelong learner will serve you very, very well. You have a kind of, you have a very uncommon level of persistence, motivation, perseverance, and that with those traits and skills, amazing things will continue to be accomplished by you, so thank you for that. You know, I want to also thank family members, both those who are here and those who maybe aren't here this evening. And for me, it's also great to see some of the younger folks here, younger family members. Graduates, the fact that there are children here observing this commencement ceremony, I think it's a wonderful testimony to the importance of education. And so once again, like you do in so many ways, you serve as a wonderful role model for everyone, including your children and the children of your classmates. So thank you so much for that. So I do want to, because you've been so persistent and accomplished so much, there's, it couldn't have come easy, and this has been pointed out here, for learners of all ages, obviously the pandemic has made it even more challenging in so many ways, and yet you're still here today, you accomplished it. And so I'm reminded of a quote from Maya Angelou, who said, "You may encounter many defeats." I'm sure there's all times we feel defeated. "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you know who you are, what you can rise from, how you can still come out of it." And you've done so much of that to this point in your lives that I'm sure you're just going to continue to address challenges with that same determination. So congratulations on that. And I think I say this, and it's like almost stating the obvious, because you obviously have a lot of belief in yourself, but please continue to have belief in yourself as you go forward. And if you did not believe in yourself, you wouldn't be here today where you are getting this diploma. So that too is, I think, an essential thing going forward. And it will provide other opportunities for you. So it seems to me, although I don't know you personally, but I hear a lot of what you've gone through, and Betsy has made that clear, and I know from others in the program, I know you do right. You do right by your family, you do right in your jobs, you do right by your own education, and so I have no doubt you will continue to do right. And as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has said, he said, the time is always right to do what is right. And it's people like you who inspire people like me to want to do right. So class of 2021, we're so proud of you. We know you'll continue to accomplish tremendous things. The world is such a better place because of you, and will continue to become a better place because of you. So I thank you so much. Congratulations.
We'll progress with the handing out of diplomas. If Dr. Scully wants to join me back up on stage, sorry, Dr. Scully, we'll get this going.
Can we please have our first graduate come up? Francisco Arias Pinzon. What's that? Okay. Actually, can I have the first row just line up down here, please? Ta-da. Lee Her. Na Hua Her. Ege Tu. Now can I get the second row to come up? Kelsey Lanier. Tanetta Moorhead. Zaid Mahadir. Lulu. And Kia Shong Lee. Row 3, come on up. Row 3, please come up, line up there near the stage. Kang Mua. Lue Bu. Angeles Saavedra. Ekanya Ray. Sorry. What's that? Ekanya Ray? Okay. Nurmu. And Vanessa Quito Montesino. Crit Hen. Ka So. Pa Sha So. Ma E Than. Li Tao. Shua Tao. Penzi Tway. Nu Vang. Tong Du Vang. Shua Vang. Shua Vang? Oh, okay. And Shua Yang Vang. Shua Vang got out of order. Okay. Mary Mi Vang Vu. Gesewa. Sakuwa. Shua? Okay. Yusuf Warsame. And Yi Yang. Okay, we also have some grads from last year. I'm going to let them line up first. Alicia Velasquez. Okay, next we have Diamond La. Sa Nedamu Tu. Lele. Ekrimu. No, not here? Okay, sorry. Shani. Patrick Njendo. Mem Miati. And Shua Bang.
Thank you, everyone, for being here today. Many thanks to the friends and family who attended, but also many thanks to some of the members of the Adult Learning Center who put a lot of work into today with timelines that were tough, COVID implications that changed plans from last year to this year, and especially to the members of the ISD 623 Tech Department for the long day that you've put in and for being so amazing and flexible during this process. Upon recommendation of the faculty of the Roseville Adult Learning Center, I hereby certify that the students before us have completed all requirements set forth by Independent School District 623 and the Minnesota Department of Education. Graduates, please stand. Please move your tassels. Go ahead. I hereby present the graduates of 2020 and 2021. Congratulations. Graduates, for row 1, you may file out and meet your family members out by the cafeteria. Row 1, go ahead, follow them. And then each row after. Thank you everyone for coming.